Listen, this is useless philosophy. So we claim no expertise yet.
No, I don't.
Yet. I don't yet.
I don't at
Not
all.
until I get that diploma on my wall.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Drum roll. Quiet, drum roll. Very quiet. I sound like, I don't know. What do I sound like?
It's a little raspy.
I'm a little raspy. Is it like Katharine Hepburn? Like sexy?
I don't know. I only know of her from where she's got the crazy English voice and then she's made My Fair Lady. That's what it is. My Fair
That's
Lady.
Audrey Hepburn.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think that's Julie Andrews. Oh, we're all wrong.
I'm wrong for sure.
For sure. But that's not Katharine Hepburn. Katharine Hepburn is iconic. I can see her. I don't know anything
I'll have to
she's been
Google
in.
it later.
Yeah, it'll be on the screen for sure. Making us both look dumb. I don't know who was in My Fair Lady. I think it was Julie Andrews. I'm gonna be really impressed if I'm right.
Maybe.
We watched it at a sleepover once. Anyway, yeah. So I'm sick. I'm feeling much better, but this is what's left over of it. You can hear it. It's great. But, sir, guess what?
What?
We have made 3 complete episodes of this. This is now number 4. We're stacking them up.
Yep.
Getting excited. How do you feel?
Pretty good.
But we're having fun. My hair's sticking up. Debating on whether we should do this whole thing again. I'm just kidding. We won't. So we're going to get into our fun thing. Oh, we should probably mention yesterday was Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We're in that weird in between.
Yeah.
Christmas and New Year where it's like the Twilight Zone. Okay, so are you going to go first or do you want me to go first today?
It won't matter.
It won't, but I'm asking you.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm going to have another cough drop, so you're going to go first, okay?
Okay.
Do you have your thing?
I do, yes.
All right, exciting. All right, so when we come back, you're going to be seeing David, unless I decide to cut it differently.
Yeah, who knows?
Roll of the dice. All right, get hype. Let's go.
Ooh.
We're back.
All right.
We are about to partake in another delightful edition of
David's Diatribe.
With
David.
You.
Me.
You. What are we talking about today?
I would like to preface it.
Okay. I'm ready to be prefaced. Preface me, babe.
You got to do what you got to do to make a living or make money on the side or whatever.
Okay.
This particular diatribe is not aimed at the choice.
Okay.
It is the actions of a few.
Okay. I think I've got an idea. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Well, I will get your talking heads, which is what I've called this lovely scene, up and ready to go.
DoorDashers that don't look first, they just come into the store and then they take their phone and they put it in your face and they say, DoorDasher, where is this?
Oh.
I'm not working. I mean, I'm working here. I'm not working for you.
Do you think like they think they are a customer in that moment? They are a representative of the customer in that moment.
Yeah. And I get it. They're timed. They got to do things quick.
I saw the sympathy just come over your face.
No. If they come in and they look, I can see them and they just don't know. I'm like, hey, how's it going? You look for something? And they're like, yeah, I've been looking. Can you show me where this is? Like, yeah, you wouldn't have found it. It's in a weird spot.
Right.
Let's go over here.
But if you're talking about just like regular dog
if I
food,
clock them walking through the door and then they just look for whoever and then they go, where's this? Like,
you think that is a part of their job?
A part of their job is to shop for the guest.
Right.
They're driving to location. They're shopping for said items.
Mm-hmm.
They are delivering said items.
Do you think if they did it in a way that was a less rude,
Yeah.
you
If
would
it was less
appreciate
obnoxious,
it
I'd be
more?
like,
More?
I think if they try first.
That's the threshold. They
Yeah.
have to try first.
Yeah. They've got to try.
But what
and
if they
find
came in and they're like, I'm just trying to make a living. I'm going super fast. You know this place better than I do. Can you show me where this is?
They do that all the time.
Oh, and we still don't like that.
They come in and they go, I've never shopped here before. Where is
Yeah.
this?
But like earnest and nice, and you're still
Sometimes
Okay.
it's nice. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem.
What if I came in and I was just like, I've never been here before, and I'm just trying to feed my kids. What do you think?
If it was that honest, then sure.
Okay.
But it's usually just like, where's this? Uh-huh. I've started thinking about, like, I will help you. What's the tip say? If
You're gonna take money out of their pocket.
if you tip me, whatever it says is
You're
your
gonna have to
tip.
get like your Venmo out right then and there. Ooh, spicy.
I probably won't.
I know you probably never will, but I like the idea of that.
This has been David's Diatribe.
I am about to bring to you, I was going to say the masses, but that's not true. Bit of a hot take.
Okay.
It's closer to hot than it is cold on this one.
All right.
It's still probably pretty lukewarm. And I also am going to preface by saying, you know how I feel about this particular topic. When I start talking, you'll understand.
Right.
But I have nothing but tons of admiration for the subject of today's lukewarm take.
Okay.
Okay? And you know this to be true. I know you do. But I'm going to start my timer. Britney Spears is our Michael Jackson.
What?
Britney Spears is our Michael Jackson.
It's our Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay.
You misheard.
I did,
What did you hear?
Britney Spears is on Michael Jackson.
Oh.
I was like, that doesn't make sense.
They did perform together
did?
once. Yeah. And she.
That tracks.
Yeah. But it's so sad.
It is, yeah.
Because
She didn't get lit on fire.
No, but she was trafficked for 13 years by her family, which arguably so was he.
Yeah.
Coming up in the time and way that he did. I don't like it, but it's more true every single day.
Yeah, I had never really thought of it that way, but yeah.
It's a lukewarm take, right? Right? Give me something, David. I love Britney Spears.
She does very much.
I've been a fan for a very long time, and I've followed the whole thing and like hashtag free Britney. And she should be allowed to be going crazy a little bit every day.
She should be allowed to do the
That
things
is
that
her
she's
right
doing.
as a human being. Yeah. She should be allowed to do whatever the hell she wants all the time. But that she is very
and she's
strange.
enjoying it.
She's having a great time.
Yeah.
So who am I? Who am I to say differently? You know, I guess I'm just concerned because I really like Britney Spears and I don't particularly care for Michael Jackson just because where there's smoke, there's fire, which is kind of apropos for what we're talking about with the whole like kids and things, Michael Jackson. But she's weird. I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm sad, but
I mean, she's having fun.
she's having fun, I guess.
It's a little much, but to each their own, I suppose.
But that means for where we are, we've already gotten Britney's Thriller. You know, like it's just
Sure, probably.
if it continues to track that way,
Yeah.
we've seen the best of Britney. That's my not at all hot take, and I'm sad about this one. Not nearly as fun as Ludacris, but there it is. Today, you don't know what the topic is.
I do not.
You never know what the topic is.
Never.
You like being surprised.
I do.
Today we're going to talk about, and I think we're going to go from one place to another, but we've surprised me before, and that's not really all that hard to do anyway. So today we're going to talk about, is everything chaos or is everything order? So ultimately, it was going to be a big reveal that I had written this story. I didn't write this story, that this story had been written by something that creates order from chaos, like artificial intelligence.
Sure.
So that's kind of the seed. That's the seed we're planting here. What are your initial thoughts? Kick it off for me, David. Save my voice. Go.
I would say that life is mostly chaos,
Oh,
and then it's up to us to order it in the way that we deem fit.
human exceptionalism.
Sure.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me. You're not a practicing atheist,
No.
but tend to lean that way,
I tend to lean that way, yeah.
right? More apathetic than atheist.
Nowadays, yeah.
Yeah. If it was different before.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was
Staunch.
there for a minute. It was very atheist. And then I got a little bit older and got a little bit more experienced and was just like, I mean, who knows? I don't believe, but if you believe, have at it.
Right.
If that brings you comfort and solace, then who am I to judge? I get a little grumpy when that gets hoisted upon others in its different forms.
Right. Right.
But to each their own.
So you think it's upon humanity to create order from the chaos of nature?
Yeah. Just chaos of life, chaos of nature. It's up to you to order it the way that you deem fit.
Do you think the planet is ours for the taking?
We treat it that way.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm asking you though.
Oh.
This has gone somewhere instantly. I did not expect it to go. This is shocking the hell out of me.
Within means of sustainability. I think that as like we should be able
We
to
have a responsibility to.
we have a responsibility to keep the place open.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that we should strip all of the resources and, all of that stuff. We should, within our means, use the things that we can, but don't overuse.
Here's the thing about that. And I have 2 points for that. One, they're the resources of the planet that we need,
Yeah.
right? So I read something 1,000,000 years ago in a book where an old lady was talking to a young child in this book. And in the book, the whole world had gone to hell.
Sure.
And the old lady told the young girl, the planet is going to take care of itself. Like, it's up to us to take care of each other. And so, like, stripping of its natural resources, the planet will be here 1,000,000 years after we're gone.
If the
You know
sun
what I
doesn't
mean?
blow up.
Right. But
I get what you mean. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, our existence is finite on the scale of how old the world is.
Sure. But I think that there are certain resources that we have used substantially. I mean, we watched the last week tonight where we were trying to get those
Oh yeah, the
battery
little-
rocks off of the ocean floor because we're using up all of the other stuff.
battery rocks. I like that. I don't know what they're actually called,
Yeah, I
but
don't remember.
battery rocks is what it's going to be called.
But yeah, like we're oil, natural gas, we're burning a hole in the ozone layer still. Climate change is
Yeah.
crazy.
And yeah, but when all of that is gone and the atmosphere is burned off and the water is evaporated because we don't have any atmosphere keeping it in anymore, the planet will still be here.
Sure, maybe in theory.
Yeah, I mean, look at Mars. Mars is what we will become. Or Venus if we don't, like,
Yeah.
So you tend to lean more towards chaos, and humans are responsible for creating whatever order they see fit.
Yeah. I mean, it makes the most sense to me,
I see.
just with how we operate. Well, and I am very much not in the camp of fate. So, yeah, the idea of order and predetermination and all that sort of thing, like that doesn't really float my boat.
See, I would have thought that maybe it did because you like things orderly,
Sure, I do.
you know?
Yeah. But adapt and overcome
Right,
was a mantra for a minute there.
right.
So
I think that's still kind of your mantra. Mantra.
mantra. What? Where do you lean?
I think order for sure. Religion, I have problems with.
In what way?
I don't think we understand what God is. I think
Sure.
we make it so that we can understand it as a means to control other people's. I think
Right. Yeah.
most of the world's religions are founded upon that principle of control. We will give you a set of rules to follow. If you don't, you won't get into heaven and it will be bad for all eternity. It's control, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know much about the history
Sure.
of religion,
Sure.
but wasn't it something along the lines of it was created by people because we were so dumb and we were like stealing things and killing our neighbors and that sort of thing.
It's the foundation of civilization.
Yeah. And it was
Religion
just
is the
like,
foundation
hey,
of civilization. Yeah,
we
right.
need to like not do this. So here are some rules, some guidelines so that we can like live.
Yes. As I've moved through some of my studies, that's kind of reformulated some of my thoughts and opinions on like religion, because I had just an underlying resentment for it, but I didn't understand where it came from. Like, we do need a sense of order and law. Religion does not do that contemporarily. I don't think today.
Today, no.
I don't think religion is where we draw our rules for governance.
Yeah.
Or morality even. I think it's just so warped.
I would say that not everybody feels that way.
No, and I know mine is an opinion in a sea of other correct and incorrect opinions. I know that.
I would like to think that the majority of the practicing, let's just say Christianity, because that's the one that's probably most prevalent.
Sure.
I would hope that they still abide by, practice what they preach, so to speak. Mm-hmm. I think that there is a loud minority that curtails their views based on political ideology and that sort of a thing.
Extremism.
Yeah.
Control.
Yeah.
Just that turned all the way up as to see how far it can go. So as far as like order from religion, I'm not a big fan.
Sure.
Right. But I think order from chaos is done by a creator our puny little brains cannot handle the understanding of. We've made up stories and narratives and things like that to but to quell our, like, where are we? What are we doing here?
Sure.
That existential crisis.
It's a lot easier to just go,
It's
somebody up above has
Yeah.
got a purpose for us.
Yeah.
Than just to be like, well, what are we doing?
What are we doing here? But ultimately, coming to the place of, I absolutely do, just looking into the face of my children. And I've told you this before. Like, I can only see and understand that order when I look at them. Like, how are you here? Why do I like adore you as much as I do? Why is it my instinct to keep and hold you? And that understanding of, you've heard, I know you have kind of cursory
Knowledge?
submersion into like religious Christianness, but like the Father loves the Son. I didn't really understand that idea of like God loves you like a father loves a son, right? Mm-hmm. I love my kids without exception.
Right.
And when I figured that out, I was like, oh, like I get it. Mm-hmm. So what that is in me, like that is innate in me. And I know it's in a lot of other parents and people too. Yeah. what is that if not the soul, if not order, if not a God? You know, that's kind of where I live in it.
Sure. That's fair.
Fight me.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily agree.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a nature versus nurture sort of a thing, where it's like we are programmed to have feelings for our offspring.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, we'll kill them, and that's bad.
Yeah.
Because that stops our genes from spreading and multiplying and whatever.
Yeah. You've had run-ins with fate, though.
Sure. Yeah.
But you don't think that's true?
Probably not. When our brains are weird.
They are very weird.
And so if there's a gap in a story, our brain will fill in the gap to make it make sense to us. Because if that gap remains, we go insane.
Right.
And so in the event that, a quote unquote miraculous thing happens, our brains go, well, okay, well, this thing fell into place at this moment in time, and then this happened, and then this happened. So all of the decision that I made over here makes perfect sense in the story because it led us to here. And it's a particular example.
I know. I'll talk about it a little bit because I think it's funny, and I think it starts when we met.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I mean,
sure.
We have both said, right? Like this is my run-in with fate, as it were, as it pertains to you in this conversation. I had already seen you on the dating app, right? You have said you don't even remember hitting the super like button or whatever it was. Yeah. You don't even remember doing that. What was that if not fate? Because I had already seen you and been like, oh, he looks too nice, and swiped away, right? But then I woke up one morning and I saw that you had the super like button that you don't remember pushing. I was like, okay, well, I'll just give it a shot. From that moment, there was a series of events, each crazier than the last, that led to our child being born. Yeah. How many times did we say we're not going to buy a house? How many times did we say, so and so was never going to end, it was never going to be done,
right.
Yeah. How many different things were never going to happen for reasons, like good reasons. Statistically speaking, let's talk about our kid for a second. The chances that she exists are infinitesimal.
Pretty low, yeah.
Extraordinarily low.
Yeah.
I have issues with fertility. I was on contraceptive.
Yeah.
We were not abundantly active. Like, it's not like we were doing anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah. And that old folk lore thing about drinking Mountain Dew and your sperm motility or whatever goes down, that's not true.
Not true. It's not true.
That's all I drank for like 3 years.
On paper.
Yeah. On paper, yeah.
On paper.
Very, very low chance of success.
We should not be in this house.
Yeah.
She should not be born.
Yeah.
She shouldn't exist. How do you explain that if everything is just chaos and nonsense?
So I would make the argument that
here it comes.
that one begat the other.
Well, sure.
And
so those probabilities.
Those are the choices that we made to get to where we are. Chaos happened with becoming pregnant. And then going, okay, well, we can't stay here where we were because there's not enough space.
Room,
So we have to find a house.
And the second we had to find a house, what happened?
We made sure that it happened. We went through the proper channels. We cleared up some debt. And
how were we able to do that?
We found the house.
Yeah.
And, we figured out some of the debt issues that we had. And then it finally came through with like a week left before the deadline. And then it got pushed back anyways because they weren't ready. And then we moved in
On Christmas Day.
on Christmas Day. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't buy it. I'm not
Well, I
buying
mean,
what
it's
you're
just
selling.
it's our two outlooks on
Differences.
life. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I look at it and yeah, that was all chaos, and we ordered it the way that we needed it to,
And
and
see, I
you
see
were
from the chaos order creation.
yeah.
It's creationism. There were so many different elements of it that compounded when statistically, like mathematically, I'm appealing to your rational side. It should not have happened.
My Vulcan side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Can you do it?
I cannot. I can do that.
So
Mathematically,
it's chaos to you.
yeah.
There is no
it's
fate.
yeah, it's chaos to me, and then it's up to us to order it.
Do you think other human-like species that come after us have the same mandate?
In ending in what way?
I don't know. So surely we're not the last of the Homo group, right?
I would probably. I
Like
would think
in the
not.
animal kingdom.
Yeah, probably. I would assume not.
So do those that come after us that will be smarter, leaner, hardier, whatever the world requires of that particular adaptation of Homo,
Yeah.
do you think they have a similar mandate to create order for themselves out of the chaos? Or will order be created for them?
It depends, I guess, on what happens to us.
Yeah.
Because if our entire civilization gets nuked, or we nuke ourselves, or whatever, and we have to start back at 0, I assume that there would be a steady incline of what we did versus where we ended up. So I would like to think that we don't blow ourselves up and stuff just kind of evolves into a natural,
better future.
Yeah.
That's idealism.
Individualistic or, community based.
Yeah.
Because, some people, some groups value community over individualism. And it's up to the community leader to determine what the community members do.
Which do you prefer?
Which do I prefer? Yeah, because I've kind of done both, huh?
Yeah, you sure have.
There is something appealing about being in a community,
A mindlessness to it.
being told what to do and doing it. As long as there's,
Trust.
yeah, and there's a correct outlook on life.
Yeah. How
How do you feel about like the community versus individualism? Does that track with you? Is that something you ascribe to?
No, I've always thought of the individualistic part of it. I've had a very hard time in groups not feeling like everyone's faking it.
Yeah.
I don't know what, and that's like imposter syndrome. I don't know what that is, but inside of a group, I very rarely feel genuine connection.
Yeah.
And it's,
Well, you come from a bigger family too. I don't.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So I value individualism more because of that, you think?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
I mean, it was just me for a while, and then my sister was born.
Yeah.
I was
You've had a lot more intense group activities than I have.
sure.
Have you ever, like, on both sides of the coin, have you ever felt like what I'm talking about? Being in a group and, like, the social contract of, like, everybody shakes hands and everybody says hello and everybody says this and everybody does that. And, you all have drinks and then you all have dinner and then you all have da-da-da and then you all leave. And, like, the, like, prerequisite set way things go.
I mean, sure. I mean, that's just kind of
How do you break through that?
like age and experience.
I think it's gotten worse with age.
Maybe.
Because I have no imagination anymore. Like, I can't pretend we're going to be friends forever. When I know I leave this room, I will never see this person again.
Right.
So whatever I say in this moment means nothing to no one. So why not try to make a funny joke?
Sure.
You know? Or try not to make somebody smile. I think that's, ooh, I've gone somewhere. Hold on. Come with me. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
That's the impression I want to leave behind. That's the fate of my life, I hope, is that somebody remembers me saying something really stupid in an elevator for the rest of their days.
Yeah.
Like, and then this girl farted in the elevator and she said something about cheese, and like that's
what you want your legacy to be?
yeah. I just
Fart cheese.
Yeah, fart cheese. Fart cheese is my legacy. No, I want to be remembered as just somebody that did nice things for no
kind.
reason
Yeah.
at all. Why'd you do that? Because it's fun.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. And I'm really lucky that I'm in a position that I can do that all the time.
Yeah.
I did it at the gas station the other morning.
I used to do it when I could.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. When you can.
Yeah.
And when you can't, I'm hoping that someday when I can't, or my kids can't, fate intervenes and sends them someone just like me or just like you. That's like, why are you doing this for me? Because it's fun.
Yeah.
You know? That's fate.
Maybe.
Maybe. What does fate mean to you?
What does fate mean to me?
Yeah. Besides you not believing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fate means something that I don't know. Something that fell into place the way that it needed to. Perhaps.
And you don't believe in that.
I don't. I feel like choices that we did or didn't make led us down the path. And whatever we
that
did
caused things to fall into place the way they needed to.
Sure. The way that you did or didn't do something affects the outcome.
Okay.
And then
It's very truth and consequences.
yeah. What do you think about fate?
What do I think it means?
Yeah, how would you describe it?
I didn't want the question turned back on me. The way things are supposed to be, as determined by a force that we cannot understand.
So do our actions have any role in that?
See, that's the tricky part. Because I'm far too damn stubborn to think I don't have any free will.
Because you are very much a person of,
I know.
I will make things do what I want them to, and I will
But I
get the
think
results that I want to get.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
This is the thing, David. I think I was made this way. I was created this way to be like that, to not accept, no, you cannot do that as a response, to be a trailblazer for no one else but those 3 kids upstairs.
Sure.
That feels like my purpose, my fate. But do I get to decide? Yes. So there are some, it's murky.
Yeah.
It's murky.
Yeah.
It's not a straight line, I don't think.
Well, I mean, and that's fair. Like life isn't a straight line.
That's where that's my one line of dialogue that explains the whole thing. I don't think we can explain it.
Right.
I don't think our puny little brains can fathom how we got here.
Yeah.
We keep trying, and it's cute and all, but I don't think we'll put our finger on like the answer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you don't know until you know. And depending on what your views of the afterlife are, then maybe you'll find out and maybe you won't.
What are your views of the afterlife?
I just think we die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've told you my energy theory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen. Listen. Are you listening? It is a fundamental law of the universe that energy cannot be created or destroyed. I am nothing if not a ball of energy.
Mm-hmm.
So when I die, where does it go?
Into the ground.
Yes.
Or in the atmosphere, or,
That's what I'm saying.
wherever, yeah.
My energy will be transferred somewhere to something. I hope I'm not a tree. I hope I get another shot at this whole human thing.
Yeah.
Because that's fun. So it's kind of like reincarnation
Ish.
adjacent.
Yeah. When I was younger,
Yeah.
and I've told you this story, I used to think that heaven, or excuse me, I used to think that hell was earth because we dealt with pain and discomfort and sadness, but there was also joy and that sort of a thing. And then when we died, we went to heaven. And that's when all the rules kicked in, like don't covet your neighbor's wife and don't murder
I see, like
and all that
commandments kind of
stuff.
thing.
Yeah, the big ones.
The big one.
And then if we
The
failed,
top 10.
yeah, if we failed any of those, then we were reincarnated and sent back down to live out life, die, and then go back up.
Where do you think that came from?
Just being young and
Imagine
a young emo kid, and just trying to make sense of things.
Yeah.
As I got older, it was like, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would like to think that we go somewhere,
Yeah.
just because there's something sad about living a life only looking out your eyeballs, only being able to think inside your own head,
Yeah.
and then just for it to go out
Yeah.
and not have anything happen.
That's why I doubt so many connections, like with other people. No one else will ever be inside my head. No one else will ever feel the things that I feel. And I don't feel that way with you anymore, but I did for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like, how do you, I will never know what's going on inside your head.
Yeah.
And that sometimes has been very frustrating. Just as a wife, let me tell you. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I would like to think that we go somewhere
Yeah.
after we die, but I
just
don't
don't think we
know, and I don't think we do.
Very good. Any final thoughts on order, chaos, fate?
Order, chaos, and fate. They're all very tricky subjects.
Yeah.
We are not professionals. We're not experts in this.
How do you become a philosopher?
We think,
Do you think?
no.
Then you're a philosopher. We are professionals. We are professional philosophers. You know why?
Why?
Because we think a lot.
All of that being said, if you've got different opinions or
Right.
views, or
You are all also philosophers.
yeah, you feel free to think what you want, how you want.
Yeah.
I would
We're not claiming a correctness
Correct.
with our philosophy. Yes.
I would just simply say, I think we as a society need to be a little bit more empathetic towards one another.
I agree.
And I think we need to be a little bit more kind.
Yeah.
So do that in any way that you can that makes sense to you.
Please. That'd be great. We've all got kids out in this world now. We've all been hardened. I like the idea of a softness, raising soft but fierce little warriors out into the world. I've told you about that. Like, I wish I didn't have to be as strong as I am. Like, I wish I could just be stupid and naive and,
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it gets
take back some of the things you learned and the hard lessons you forged.
right. Yeah, I just think as you get older, that kind of whittles away after a while.
Yeah. I hope they keep it. I'll never forget the day my second born came up to me and said she was just running around. I'm trying to catch the sparkles. Okay. Just doing nothing, but just doing this. Nobody had like thrown glitter or anything. She was just trying to catch the sparkles.
Running around there.
I hope they all spend some time trying to catch some sparkles.
Hey, if you do anything today, catch sparkles.
That's right. Let's put that on a t-shirt. If we ever do merch, go catch some sparkles. Okay. Hey, we're back.
Hey.
Did you just do that again? So we won't see them until the new year.
Correct.
So happy new year.
Be safe. Don't blow off any fingers or anything.
No, don't do that. Don't pop any champagne in anybody's eye. We got that.
Drink responsibly.
Yep. DDs are a thing. And they're not always found in bras.
We made it to the end of another one.
Another one in the bag. So exciting. We talked about a lot of things today.
We did.
Did I see you get a little teary in the middle there?
No.
No, I did. I'm going to pretend I did.
Okay.
Okay. Any parting words, sir?
Not any more that were expressed previously in the previous segment.
Oh. Okay. Right.
Be happy, be kind,
Yep.
have fun.
Yep. We're going to need you all to do a thing. Ready? I need you to like, share, subscribe. Click on one of the little buttons that you see on the screen right now.
Comment if you want.
Yeah. It's time to go. All right. Happy New Year. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Have a great week. Okay, bye.